Hello, everybody. My name is Reuben Christopher Haynes. Today is July 6th, 2025. Yesterday, I did go into the emergency room. I have a condition called Myasthenia Gravis. A lot of people have talked about it. And ironically, it's known as a snowflake disease. Not because I'm weak or anything, it's because it can present itself as many different symptoms. Because the myelin sheath around my nerves is deteriorating. I'm fighting it every day through willpower and just trying to stay strong, but I'm going to keep on doing that. But sometimes it happens where my body gets overly stressed. It's been a very warm weekend here in Chicago. And I went out yesterday and ran errands as I needed to get food and do things for myself because I have to do these things. And again, at nighttime, I'm not feeling well and my heart starts to race comparatively to where it should be seated because I'm usually at around a, 60, 70, when I'm resting at night. But it was a bit elevated for the last few days, 80, 90, and then it went up to 110, 120, 130 sitting down. So that is almost double what it should be because I do have a good, strong heart. So when I called the ambulance, went there, they checked for heart, of course. And then, of course, there were no heart issues because I have a very strong heart. So that was fine. But everything else was inconclusive because this disease doesn't present itself, with very much, anything that's very, is outstanding, except for the slurred speech, the droopy eye, things like that. That's what happens. But when it comes to actually, diagnosing it at that moment when a myasthenia crisis occurs, that's very difficult. In fact, the ambulance and the doctor that was there have to look it up because they don't know this condition. It's very, very rare. And, that's how it is. But the thing is, right now, I'm okay. And I'm going to be, relaxing a bit today. And I have to basically take things into account. The big thing also, family-wise, my little nephew is in remission. He is doing final care chemotherapy treatments, but things are going to go well there. And then my brother, who had his a brain tumor back in October of last year, he needs to take care of himself. He's taking a follow-up in September. He's very busy. I want to go see what's going on with them down in Texas, but that's only if they're able to do that. But right now, I need to concentrate on myself and my future because a lot of things are going on. As I said, I am going to be releasing my treatise on the nature of everything called The Lattice of Becoming. I've talked about it, and I'm going to be doing more things now. Because again, my mission in life now is to call out the bullshit. I'm done with it. I jokingly said, probably before 2016, definitely 2019, 2020, that my fuse was very long. I didn't care what anybody said or did, and that was probably my responsibility and my fault for not speaking out earlier on everything going on in the world. And now I see something and I say, bullshit, it's done. Call me the old man on the porch, but I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to do the same thing here on X because free speech is so important. We must preserve free speech. We must expose the truth. We must stop these large bills going through. We have to stop log rolling. We have to stop these omnibuses, and we have to have a budget. That has to happen now, and we have to make the big choices of what's going on in our world. And we do this openly. So I support the Convention of States. We have to have a third Continental Congress. It's what we must do as Americans. This government is not our leaders. They are our servants, our representatives. And I myself want to be a public servant and a servant to the people. That's very important. And again, people who say that that treating illegals with empathy is being a servant, no, it's not. That's being you're falling for the trap. Think for yourself. Stop falling for the fifth generational warfare. Stop falling for what the deep state is pulling over your. You are being misled every single day. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I am going to stand up now and make a difference. And if a disabled man like myself, with his last ounce of strength, wants to fight for America, I'm going to do it. And again, I'm done with this. I'm going to fight every day I can. And again, it's tough. But it's time now to rise up and make a difference for America. I love every single American. I do. Every American. So If you believe in America and want to stay here and do right for America, then do right for America. If not, you can leave. There are people that are killing themselves coming here. The American dream is still alive and well, and thanks to Donald Trump, he has shown many people the truth. And that truth hurts to those that know that it's all been a charade, a fantasy, a kabuki theater on all aspects. From the government to business to entertainment, it's all been a lie. It's been a manipulation to manipulate you to believe certain things. I've shielded myself. I never followed the trends. I still dress the same way I dressed when I was a kid. Polo shirt, pants, whatever. I don't change. My glasses, that's it. I don't change. I am steadfast in who I am. A man that will no longer put up with the bullshit. I'm going to call out everything. I'm done. And I will challenge anybody regarding this. And it's not a debate. It is, I'm going to present the facts, and you can present your facts, and I know the truth. If you believe anything that Democrats say, you are completely misinformed. And likewise, if you complete everything a Republican says to the T, you are also going down a bad path. Think for yourself. Very important. I have sided with the Republicans a vast majority of times, but I now regret my vote for several Republicans. And I regret not voting for Trump in 2016, which I did not. I did not, again, I believe some of the lies. And I'm done with that. And on what happened on January 6th, 2021, was the deep state putting their coup, their insurrection in place. And they had to answer for it. The children who had been trafficked, the children who are still in slavery, the people that are still in slavery today, we need to free them. Every single United States citizen is enslaved to this government, and it's insane. Break the shackles, fight back, think for yourself, and we can make America great again. Each one of us. We have to do it. I'm going to do it every single day. So stand with me and let's get this thing done. Fight for America. Fight for yourself. And fight for your future. I will still keep fighting, and I never give up. I want you to do the same. Fight. I love you all. Take care. Thank you for your prayers, and take care of yourselves. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day.